So we have you guys on board now, and then the thing is, you need to submit your assignment on the WhatsApp group. If you have not done that, please do that now. And then I will be going through the links now and be sharing the screen. And then this is how we start for today. Oh, I think you need to give me permission. Ogundipe Adedayo, you need to give permission. And if you've not given the permission or you grant permission, please do that now. It's very, very important, please, so that I'll be able to access your file, access your details and information. So I'll be able to share the screen here. And if I should share your screen, that means you will be presenting to us, or I will be presenting, and then you will be why? Okay, I will refresh my tab now. Okay. Okay. So here it is. Here we have all right. So let me start from you. What's your name? Hello. I believe you guys can hear me. Oh, maybe I did not allow you guys to turn on your cameras and then say something. So I think that's what we're going to do now. You guys are too cold. I don't know if it's raining over there. Yeah. So everyone, turn on your camera and say something right now. Good morning, everybody. Might be chorus or whatever. I don't mind.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
So good to be here.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, so I might not. I'm sorry. I'm trying to well along.
So Adedayo, you are on the road, and you're joining class on the road.
Yes, sir. I'm in transit right now. I have to just attend to something very urgent, but I will soon be in a place where I can properly attend to the class.
Wow. Wow. Princess AK.
Yes, good morning.
Turn on your camera, let me see. So I'm very sure I'm not speaking to robot. Turn on your camera and let's see you. Okay. Good morning. Daniel Ajayi. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Ogechi Idogu. Ogechi, are you there?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Yeah, you can as well. As you.
You said?
Do you want me to repeat myself by myself?
I don't know if I'm clear or not. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. Jadi. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I wanted to say something. That's why I keep silent.
Okay, good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
So until I call your name before you know that you're going to greet everyone in the room. Or you don't know.
You asked us to say it's chorus, and I think I've done that.
And I said you should turn on your camera.
Oh, sorry about that.
Okay, good morning. Welcome to a brand new day. And then we have Durosimi Sadiq, Ishmamunda Heritia. So,
Good morning, sir.
Sadiq, turn on your
Yeah, good
camera.
morning, sir. Yes, I'm trying to do that.
Okay. I'm still waiting for you.
Yeah, I've done that, sir.
Okay. Yeah, good morning. I just want
Good
to
morning,
confirm.
sir.
I know you guys are not robots, but that is how it is on the tech world. You just need to confirm if you are not a robot. Yeah, but it's just a joke actually. Don't mind me. Then who else? I'm very, very sincere with myself. Everybody must greet, you must say something. It's a very good courtesy. So Ish Hamunda. I don't know if I pronounced that very well, but I carefully pronounced it. Ish Hamunda. Turn on your camera. I won't repeat myself. If I mention your name, just do that straight up. Turn on your camera and say something. Greet everyone in the house, and then we move on to today's business. Are you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, good morning. Who else? Sorry, check the everyone section, and then let me know if I've not called anyone. Colade, have you greeted everyone? Yekin, Bankole, I don't think I've seen your face this morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
You can
Good morning, everyone.
you can turn on your camera. You can turn on your. I don't need to be repeating this thing. It's not biting you.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning, everyone.
So who else?
And sir, why do we have to join and we have to wait and wait and wait?
Are you waiting?
No. Before a while ago, I think it was telling me to wait. Somebody is going to let me in for like a minute or 2 minutes.
Wow. I will see what we can do to that then.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. All right. So I believe you guys have submitted your assignment on WhatsApp, and I'm starting with what's your name? Ade
Adedayo.
Adedayo Ogundipe. So now we have an assignment for everyone, which is a SWOT analysis of at least one mobile app, existing mobile app, and it did Jumia. So Adedayo, you can go on. If you want me to scroll down, I'm just very much available. I can scroll up and scroll down for you. Just tell us what you see, and then why did you pick Jumia e-commerce, and then what is their strength, the weakness, the opportunities, the threat. Okay.
Okay, so according to the instructions on the group, we had options to pick from e-commerce to real estate. I think there were about 4 options there. So I decided to go with e-commerce. So why did I pick Jumia? It's a company I'm familiar with, so that's why I chose Jumia. Okay, so let me just go to my document and okay, so SWOT stands for strengths, weakness, opportunities, and threats. So starting with the weakness, sorry, with the strength. Jumia is a very popular e-commerce platform in Nigeria. They've been around for a while, which is one of their strengths. So they are almost like the largest e-commerce platform in Nigeria right now as the moment. So which is one of their strengths. So we have a strong brand reputation. The business is known everywhere. You're going on the streets, on major roads, you can see their banners, advertising. You're on YouTube. If you've ever watched any video on YouTube this week, chances are you've come across a Jumia ad. So they are always bombarding um, our screens every day with ads. so they have a very strong brand reputation. They also have a large customer base, like I mentioned. They are almost everywhere in Nigeria, and not just even in Nigeria. I think also in Africa. And so I have. Do I have a specific time I need to go through this so that I know how fast I have to be?
Okay, you have to be very fast. You have just 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Then I think another amazing thing about Jumia is how that they have there's this large offering of products and in different categories, which is what makes it a great e-commerce platform. You can find products in virtually almost all categories. And the interesting part about Jumia is that you don't just have access to local vendors, even international vendors. So there are some products you order, you still ship from abroad. So you have access to both local and international vendors. And then one of the major factor of any e-commerce platform is the payment process, which Jumia has simplified. There are different payment options. You can pay with card, you can pay on delivery, which is a very important feature in any e-commerce platform. It gives customers that assurance and confidence that their money will not go to waste and their money will not be carted away. There's the Jumia Express that allows you to do like a monthly delivery plan and save some money. There's also the app called Jumia Pay that Jumia has created specifically to allow users make payment on the app. So let me move to weakness. What are some of the weaknesses? And there is a high level of competition from other e-commerce platforms, both locally and internationally. A lot of e-commerce platforms are rising in Nigeria now, which is posing a threat to I think Jumia, there's Konga, there are other ones. Even international platforms now markets to Nigerians, like you have the Alibaba, the AliExpress, and all that. You see them every day online trying to reach the Nigerian market. So Jumia does not have its own delivery service. It relies on third party delivery sometimes to deliver. For example, if you use the Jumia food, for example, their third parties would deliver some of those stuffs which might affect. Although Jumia has its own delivery service, but
You
to
have to
some
be
extent,
very
some of
fast
the
because of your time.
okay. So, what are the opportunities? Um, there's a rise in the use of smartphone in Nigeria, so you have opportunity to reach more people. Due to the whole COVID-19 issue, a lot of people are looking into online shopping and all that, which is a great opportunity. Threats. So let me pick one of these. We have delays or cancellation of delivery. So that's a major threat. A major threat now is the price hike in fuel in Nigeria at the moment, which is definitely going to affect how they deliver their products to their customers. There's also rivalry from other e-commerce sites who are trying to gain a share in the Nigerian markets. So I think I'm just going to stop here so that I don't overshoot my time.
Okay, thank you very much, Ogundipe Adedayo. This is a very, very nice analysis from you. And then we move on to the next person. So the person I have here is AK Princess. Are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
So here we have you. We have you. Oh, how many people do we have here? Okay, just start.
Okay. So I chose
Remember, you
ever
have.
since 5 minutes. Hello? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Remember, you have just 5 minutes.
Okay, so I would start with Everton. So I chose Everton as a fintech app, and Everton is a multi-currency wallet. It performs different transactions. So these are their strengths. It allows you to hold and conduct transactions in different currencies. We have the Uganda, we have the Kenya, Nigeria, US, and we also have the UK. So it helps you store money in those accounts and also helps you like exchange or conduct transactions. Probably you want to buy something things online and the rest of them. So it's easy to use. Its user experience is very, very easy to use. Like it's so easy that even if you're not that technical, even if you're not that tech savvy, it's very, very easy for you to use. Then their price, their price is very, very affordable. Like their exchange rates, as of today, it was 780 to naira. Sorry, 780 naira to $1, which is relatively cheap compared to other platforms like cheaper cash, which sometimes can be 790, and payday and the rest of them. So their weaknesses, they have weaknesses in building brand recognition because they're already they're already competing with already established financial organizations, just like we have cheaper cash and payday, which is very, very rampant in Nigeria, and which most people use and which most people have trusted. So it's very, very easy for them to just like dominate that area because they're trying to like make people understand that okay, this Eversend is a very, very good app you can use. Secondly, they have limited integration. Just like other platforms, like I said, cheaper cash and payday, you can actually buy airtime, you can actually they have service providers, they have like something like DSTV, they have partnership with those things, and ever since they don't have it. So this is like their weaknesses. But then we go about their opportunities. They have the opportunity to expand geographically. Like Eversend is a Ugandan entrepreneur, and they have locations in some places, but not everywhere. So they have that tendency to actually, the more they increase in their brand, the more they can move to different locations. And secondly, they can collaborate with other financial institutions or service providers. As I said earlier on with their weakness, they can actually like collaborate with service providers, they can collaborate with billing providers, TVs, betting companies, and the rest of them. So they have the opportunity to actually collaborate and create a website and create integration for that. And then they can also explore and introduce additional services and features. For example, now the investing platform, they have the capabilities, they have they can actually explore that part. They can actually you can actually use their app to actually invest. It's an opportunity, just like cheaper cash and other things to that. You can actually invest in their apps. So their threats, the financial technology is we have the traditional banks, which is trying to evolve more digitally, and we have other platforms that are doing the same thing they are doing. We have more to come. And secondly, regulations. Each country have their regulations, each country have their policies, each currency has their regulations, each currency also has their policies. So this is another problem or threat that Eversend have had because most sometimes as it continues to
Hello, Princess, are you still there? Hello,
sorry,
Princess,
yes,
are you still okay?
sorry, where did you stop here? Where did you stop here?
I can hear you.
Okay, should I continue? I don't know where.
Just continue. Just continue. Don't worry. Just continue.
Hello? Hello?
Just continue.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear. So the threats, as I said, they have fintechs are saturated. We have a lot of fintechs that are doing the same thing that they're doing. And so that's a threat. And secondly, as I was talking about the regulations in each different locations and currencies. So it sometimes might be very, very difficult for them to actually comply to those regulations because it might be challenging to the app. And then lastly, we have the technological advancements. Every day, new things come up, and these things can actually disrupt them and bring new competitors. Just like Bitcoin now. Bitcoin is a platform where is a payment system that sooner or later might actually become become a legal payment for other things. So this coming can actually disrupt them or bring a new competitor or alternative solutions, which might pose a threat. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. I'm about to tell you to stop. So your mind just decided to cut everything very fast and then you stopped yourself. Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm going down to remember that in the next 4 minutes, I won't be accepting assignment again. The next 4 minutes for those of you that are still trying to find your way around the assignment, it's not possible again in the next 4 minutes. So if you're still doing something, please do it very fast. I know it happens at times. So here we have Ogechuku. Ogechuku, are you here?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Okay, morning. Please, can you turn on your camera? I've forgotten your face.
Okay, sir. It's not that bright here, so I
Don't
don't know if you
worry.
can see me.
I have extra eyes. All right.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So I did my SWOT analysis on Amazon, an e-commerce store. So let me just quickly go through the strengths. So the company is the leading most trusted e-commerce store with over 34.07 bounce rate in its website and a brand value of 415 USD billion, like showing a higher level of customer loyalty. Like from the statistics, it shows that like customers, the way they patronize them, their goods and all that, like the customer, like the company has customer loyalty, very high one. Though the company started in the 90s, like the late 90s, I think, but till date, the company still has high level of customer loyalty. It adheres to 4 principles: customer obsession rather than competitors focus, passion for invention, commitment to operational excellence, and long-term thinking, which is the main focus of every user-centered company. And it has helped the company to build a solid foundation in customer trust. So it utilizes a lean cost structure, hence giving it an edge over brick and mortar methods. Amazon has this free shipment. So like the cost of ordering goods and delivery is so cheap that people now prefer to order things online due to free shipments and lower cost of the goods. So it has an edge over those the physical stores. It has strong growing ecosystem of goods and services ranging from payments, entertainment, cloud computing, and other segments. It will interest you to know that Amazon actually started as a book supplier. They first supplied books, then they developed to order ebooks and payments, entertainment, gadgets, start selling gadgets, and the company has really grown vast in that segment. It uses superior logistics and distribution systems to actualize customer fulfillment and end their trust. They have an assured way of delivery. So like customers can trust that their goods are going to be delivered at the appropriate time. So let me go through their weakness. Just like the person on Junior said, the weakness is most e-commerce store has like high level of competition. So due to should I say the competition, their business model can easily be imitated by other competitors, like to overpower them in the market. Recently, Amazon has a tax avoidance scandal in UK, US, and in Japan. So that has also brought a bad image or tarnished the distance to some extent. Its sales and revenue is highly seasonal. though it tends to peak at the fourth quarter of the year. So we all know that one of the weakness of most online or e-commerce store is that they are this thing during like seasonal period like Christmas and all that, they are this thing, their sales tends to rise, and during other periods
You
you
have
like
less than 2 minutes more.
okay sir. Let me go through the opportunities. The company can focus on rolling out more of its own brand instead of focusing on third-party products, like produce more and supply more of its own products. More diversification of the e-commerce segment and opening of more sites in the emerging markets. The third is provision of more online payment system, of its own online payment system. Like the company can provide a way of like accessing payments through its own instead of other bank payments or other routes to make payments. Then some of its threats is cybersecurity due to trust from its customers, payments with card and other details. The company face a high threat of cyber identity and theft. Then patent infringements and lawsuits from rivals due to the focus on court leadership, or due to the low cost of goods, it's like supplies and all that. The company has like been facing lawsuits from other company, like claiming that the company offers the services actually at a lower rate than supposed. Then the last is intense competition, which is something that is actually very found in e-commerce stores. So that is all for
Thank
Amazon.
you. Thank you very much.
Yes.
So, Amazon, okay, we'll move on to the next person. Coursera, EduTech. Okay, that's good. And that is Daniel Ajayi. Daniel Ajayi, EduTech.
Hello, can you hear me?
Of course, yes.
All right. For me, I did my SWOT analysis for Coursera. I can see here basically. So Coursera is an online learning platform.
Sorry, hold on.
Offering.
You're starting 10:33, and then you have just 5 minutes to
Okay,
say
sure.
everything you want to say.
Okay. Coursera is an online learning platform basically offering a diverse range of courses, specialization, and degrees from renowned institutions. As I believe a good number of us here knows Coursera basically. So for the SWOT analysis, the strengths that I could notice is the wide range of subjects that are that are included in the cultural ecosystem, basically ranging from data science, business, computer science, information technology, language health, and a whole lot of um, subjects that you can get courses from in Coursera, basically. And that trend that they have is their partnership with universities, basically. There are courses that you can get on Coursera that are being offered by certain universities, like University of Colorado, University of Illinois, University of London, Arizona universities, and a couple colleges, basically. So, and and that trend is also the flexibility and adaptability of learners, basically. So for Coursera provides learners with flexibility to access their courses at their own pace. You can either access it on your mobile with through the mobile app or with desktop, basically anywhere. And the mode at which you can learn on Coursera is flexible. You can basically take a course, have like um times where you can take a course and it's very flexible. You can take it at any point, basically. That's the strength I feel they have, and also you can get certifications, credentials, basically to enhance professional development, basically. So Coursera offers certifications and credentials for professional development that you can use on your in your LinkedIn profiles and your resumes, basically. So, and that thing is they offer collaborative learning environments for peer engagement and interaction. So taking courses on Coursera, you can like engage with your peers through discussion forums, um, through peer reviews and other forms of collaborations in the learning environment. And in moving on to weaknesses, cost of certifications and specified specialized programs. So there are certificates and programs on Coursera that are not free. There are some that are free and there are some that are basically paid for. So um, this might tend to drag users away from the platform and reduce, basically seeing this as a weakness. And that one is the limited or no personal feedback from instructors. So there are the courses, from what I've seen personally, the courses on Coursera just have like already recorded
You have 2 minutes
um
more. Yes, you know.
okay, already recorded classes. So there's limited feedback from instructors. Next to the opportunities, there are skills, there are skill-based learning courses just for employment opportunities. So there are courses like for Python for automation, and if you want to learn a particular skill, there are courses created just for that, and there are customized learning plans for learners. Even as you stress, there are a lot of online learning markets now with the um creation of old school Udacity, Udemy. So there are quite a lot of edtech companies now offering similar service to users, and they evolve user preference and expectations. So users might prefer a certain thing to another based on how the platforms might look, and the from interaction with the instructors and other things. So, and also regulatory challenges. Coursera operates in various countries, and these countries have their own regulatory policies. So it's a threat to the company trying to wave through different um policies for different countries. So that is the analysis I have for Coursera.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm trying to jot some things down, and then after that, we we will talk about everything as well. So, please, I said something the other time that you should give request access. You should just try to give everybody access to the document. But Durosini Sadiq, it's actually looking for access here. I don't know what happened. So we move on to the next person, and that is Adekoya Konyisola. Yeah. So pending the time, I will still move this guy here, and then I will talk about this. Yeah, I will talk about this. So let me just try to zoom it up a bit because of your eyes. Yeah. So Durosimi, you just need to grant access. I can refresh when you've done that. You can just put it on the chat box. And then Adekoya Konyisola, Adekoya Konyisola. Well, Konyisola, I've not seen your face before. I don't know if it's my extra eyes that saves me.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
Did you turn on your camera when we started, or you did not join early?
I did not join early.
Okay. Thank God my camera, my extra lens is not disturbing me. All right. So, Cash App.
I won't be holding my camera to do the presentation.
No problem. But I've
Alright.
seen your face actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, my SWOT analysis. So I'll be talking about Cash App. So Cash App is a mobile payment service that allows users to send and receive money, pay bills, and buy and sell bitcoins. So the strengths: Cash App is user-friendly and easy to navigate. The app allows users to send and receive money instantly, which is convenient for users who need to make quick transactions. For example, you can easily do transaction on your mobile phone. That you don't need to go to the bank to make any transaction. So we have the Cash App as cash card features that allows users to make purchase and their Cash App balance. For example, you can easily access easily access this app without having cash at hand.
Are you still there? Hello? The last thing I had was without having cash at hand. Hello, Kainsala. Okay, let me try this young man again if he has granted access. Absolutely no. I don't want us to waste most of our time because we still have a lot to do today. So I will move on to the next person, and when she's back, so we're moving to Enyinaya. I don't know. Yep. Also access denied. We'll move to the next person.
I'm here. You called my name.
But I'm having access denied here.
Sorry, sir. I'm back, sir.
Oh, what happened to your network?
Actually, I don't really have.
You join with your phone.
This is my first time of presenting actually, so I'm not really used to this, sir.
Okay. Might be you join with your phone and you are out of the Google Meet, so you're reading somewhere else with another app, and at
No,
the end of
no. I'm actually reading from what you presented.
all right, just continue.
Okay, no problem. So, okay, Cash App have a cash card features which allow users to make
You have
purchases.
2 minutes more, so just go to the weakness. Just go to the weakness.
Okay, the weakness. Cash App has limited customer support option, which can be frustrating for users who need assistance. Like they have limit customers, options like then they don't easily have customers. Cash App is not available in all countries, which limits its potential user base. Cash App has been targeted by scammers, which lead. So I can't see what you are presenting again.
Which has led to some user losing money.
Okay, the threats. Cash App face competition from other Finatech apps.
No, you jumped the opportunities.
Oh, sorry, the opportunities. Cash App could expand its service to include other financial products such as loan or investment accounts. Cash App could partner with business to offer exclusive discounts and rewards to Cash App users. Cash App could expand its user base by entering new markets or partnering with other companies. The threat. Cash App face competition from other fintech such as Venmo and PayPal. Cash App is subject to regulations and law related to financial service, which could limit its operation or increase its cost. Cash App is vulnerable to security threats such as hacking or fraud, which could damage its reputation and lead to financial losses.
Okay. So I have some questions for you guys, but don't worry, I just want to mind the time. And at the end of the day, I'm going to be answering it one by one. All right. So I move on to these. Let me cross-check. Still access denied. Still
Yes, sir,
access.
can I just share my screen?
No.
I can't get away with it, and my system is about to go.
You said?
I'm trying to give access, but I was unable to do so because my system is hanging. So that was
And then let's move to the next person then. Katarai, Enyi, or whatever. I can't see your name completely here. Let me just go to WhatsApp. So real quick, and then I'm here. Enyi Naya. Enyi Naya.
Yes.
I'm still having challenge with your document, so you can try to you can just try to update the access. And also Adeton Oluwafemi. Yeah, Adeton Oluwafemi.
I did that too.
I did do so sorry.
I did that too.
Oluwafemi. Sorry for that.
No, no problem. Can I go now?
Okay, go ahead. Logistics.
Well,
okay, that's God is good.
no. No, that's their name really. Yeah, just gig logistics. It's I don't think there's an acronym that they specifically stated for that. I'm not sure, but their name is Gig Logistics. Their headquarters is in Lagos, and I think probably one of the best logistic company in West Africa, if I'm not mistaken, because they are also outside of, they also function in places like Ghana and all the rest of other countries like that.
Okay,
So let me just take
7. So I just want to speed up everything. So 5 minutes for you.
All right. All right, sir. So basically, I'm just going to go over some few strengths here. One of the biggest strengths that logistic companies have is the ability to help people or companies transport goods and their services from one place, one country to another, which I think big logistic is so great at. And as we both know that because of the development of sophisticated technologies, gig logistics now, or let me say logistic companies generally have a real life ability to track shipments in real life and overall be able to deliver efficient services to people that use their services. And also, many logistic companies, firms, most times specializes in specific sectors, pharmacy, perishable goods, which I think Gig Logistic also specializes in, which has allowed them to really become one of the biggest in Nigeria at the moment. So that's pretty much a summary of their strengths. Uh, and the weaknesses, one of the biggest weaknesses I would say right now in Nigeria is when it comes to the pressure due to fuel, the labor cost, infrastructure, maintenance of their facilities, which in turn would affect the amount they charge clients to help them deliver their goods and services, which is kind of a big issue, especially for logistic companies in Nigeria at the moment. Also, the complexity of managing large supply chains, I think is one of the biggest challenges that logistic companies in Nigeria have. They are unable to track down all the supply chains that they have, sometimes which can be frustrating to their customers because their customers are not able to really track how their goods and services are doing before it gets to them, which is a very big problem. And I think that is one of the, and then external factors also affect them a lot, weather condition, geopolitical events, regulations from government policies always changing almost all the time. All these things affect them a whole lot. Then I'll proceed to the opportunity. There are so many opportunities that come with the excuse me, that comes with the gig logistic company. One of them is that e-commerce industries now they are growing really crazily, expanding, and that in turn gives more opportunities for logistic companies to help them, in transporting or efficiently shipping goods and services from one place to another. So it's like e-commerce somehow depend on logistic companies to help them deliver their goods and services a little bit faster, which is something to that gives rise to a growth and development in logistic companies, especially for gig logistics. Also, one of the other opportunities that come, is the fact that logistic companies, due to advancement in technology such as blockchain, automation, robotics, and all these other developments in technology, they are able to improve their efficiency in delivering stuff to the clients that need their services, which is really good. I think logistic companies have been able to help a lot of businesses optimize their supply. I think it's one of the best things that has happened to so many companies in the whole world, not even in Nigeria, in the whole wide world. So I will proceed to the threat now. One of the biggest threats that logistic companies, especially in Nigeria, encounter is the economic fluctuation, which is a very big issue. Right now, we're experiencing a fuel hike, high price, I can price amount at the moment. So it's definitely going to affect the amount the logistics companies are going to be spending to transport services and goods for their clients, which is one of the threats to the company, and at the same time could discourage a lot of clients from using their company because of the increase in price. And also, one of the other threats to gig logistics is the high competitiveness. There's so many other logistic companies in Nigeria, in Africa, that also want to be the best in what they do. So it's like all of them compete with each other to get the um, to get the favor of the clients that need their services. So, and also threats, one of the biggest threats also is the regulations and customs, government regulations here and there that keeps challenging the logistic companies, and most times they have to change their, you know, uh, mode of operation, their terms and conditions, and so many other things like that. Of course, emerging technologies, such also affect them when it comes to, like, there are so many technologies now that are making it easier for people, clients, to transmit their goods and services without using logistic companies, which are something that is challenging for uh, the logistic companies,
All
especially
right.
for gig.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. So I'm taking one more. Oh, sorry, I have two people here. Access granted. Okay, let me check. Okay, now I have it here. Giggo application logistics. Wow. So I'm taking this now, and then I supposed to stop in the next 6 minutes. I don't know how fast you can do it now. So Enyana, Naya, yeah,
I
Katarine.
think
Okay,
Catherine will
go
be
ahead.
okay for you.
You said
I think that Catherine will be okay since the other
it seems not to get that right. I don't know if you did not. I'm hearing some background noise there.
Yeah, that's good. I said I think the name Catherine. Catherine will be okay for you. Catherine.
Is this your link?
Oh, can you hear me? Yes, this is mine.
Is
Yes,
this your
yes.
link? Okay, can
Yes,
you go
yes,
ahead?
it is.
All right,
Okay.
go ahead, please.
Okay, this is the SWOT analysis on GIG Go application logistics. That's God is good logistics. The strength
Okay,
here is easily accessible and user friendly. I think I can't really sit down since can you go up? I think I actually tabula. The Can you go down so I could? Since I'm using your screen. Okay, yeah, thank you. The second one is widely. I've missed the part of. Okay, thank you. Yes, thank you. It's widely used domestically and internationally. With the use of the wallet key feature, there is more security on all transactions. It also serves as an online wallet that can be used for subsequent transactions. Can you go down? Thank you. It also, okay, with the feature of pay bills, a user will comfortably do transactions with airtime, cable TV, utility, and data bundles. And the last one is choice of suitable vehicle for pickup. Okay, can we go up? Thank you. For the weakness, in order to use the pay bill feature, the wallet must be credited first by the user. No notification icon for shipping arrival, cost of usage for some merchant users. Clicking on some features takes time to load up, and it's dependent on the availability of riders. Then the opportunity, the use of share app feature will increase the number of online users, more likely to be used by business owners because of each sign-up feature of either a merchant or an individual user. Generate more profit from the pay bills feature. Then the other one says getting into e-commerce for some online stores, using it as e-payment and delivery platform. Then for the threat, competition from similar service providers. Pricing might change when there is change in government policy. And other one says scarcity of diesel can cause high prices and limited service. I think that's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's also noted. And then this is the last one I'm gonna be taking now. I mean, the one we've just taken now. That will be the last one. That does not mean we are not going to see others. Internally, we are going to check up on other other things, but for now, we just need to do what we have for today. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Eniola to start. Okay, after the class, if there is still more time, I can still talk about what I have in my drawing board here about what you've all said. But if there is no time, because we have just 1 hour left to do the class for today, we can just call it, and then later on tomorrow is going to be a discussion one-on-one class, so we can then have it all, and then we have more time to discuss about it. All right, thank you very much. Eniola, are you ready for us?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, should I continue with my screen, or you share your screen?
Continue with your screen, sir. Thank you very much.
All right.
Good morning once again, everyone. We were all here yesterday when we learned about design research, and this is like the continuation. So does anybody here want to do a quick recap of what we learned yesterday, so I'll be able to ascertain that we understand the lesson? At least two. Anybody, or should I start picking names? Okay, please go ahead, Adayo.
Is it like a recap on the whole thing, including Mr. Daniels or Sosios?
Said what?
Okay, so let me just quickly go ahead. So yes, can you hear me? I'm speaking.
Yes, I can. Go ahead, please.
Oh, okay. So yesterday we spoke about design research, and then quickly we said research is design research. We talked about how that it is a process of gathering insights and information about the users of a product, and this insight is what informs how you design the product or the digital services. And then we went on to talk about uh, some qualities of a good design researcher. The first one we spoke about was empathy. Mr. Daniel made a particular statement. He said that empathy is not just a skill that you need to learn, that is also a mindset you need to cultivate, because this will really help you in your journey as a designer and even in life generally as a person. We spoke about pragmatism. Spoke about how that pragmatism is uh, making practical and realistic decisions about products, designing products that not only meet users' needs, but as a designer, you also take into consideration the goals of the business. And I give an example of what do you do if users are asking for free stuff and people give answers to that. Then spoke about another, which is collaboration. And one important point there is that as a design researcher, you need to be open to feedback. Not just open to feedback, you need to be willing to implement that feedback in your design process, especially when you're collaborating with others. You just don't receive feedback or you use that feedback. Then we went on to talk about research. We talk about primary research, where you mentioned primary research is reaching out to the direct users of a particular product. And different ways you can do primary research. We talk about interview, survey. I think one new one I learned was contextual inquiry, where you observe the users in their natural environment. And then we talk about competitive research also, where you analyze your competitors to gain insight. I think that was so some competitive research that we got the assignment to do the SWOT analysis, where you can just analyze your competitors and then observe from your observation, you make improvements on any product or services you're designing. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adidayo. You've talked everything very, very distinctly. Adidayo, you raised your hand. Do you want to say anything?
Yes, I wanted to say something before, but Mr. Adedayo has already
No, you
said
can still add
everything.
some things that you
Uh,
feel like he left out.
so basically, the only thing I'm just going to add are just some of the examples that I was given to explain, some of these things like the empathy, the qualities of research design. We talked about the empathy, pragmatism, collaboration. And one of the things that stuck with me is the empathy that we must personally, as a person and as a researcher, try to always put ourselves in a situation to be able to understand what our clients need, and it's a skill that we have to keep developing over time. That stuck with me. Also, when it was talking about the choosing the right methods, and then we talked about the interview, survey, and all these things. We I was able to just learn that there's no there's no static way to actually do research. You just have to find out as a person which one works for the exact type of data or information that you're trying to gather as a researcher. So that's pretty much.
Yes, thank you very much. You've said it all. Yes, there's no specific rule, but concerning the design that you're planning to make, you just have to gauge it and think of the right research that will suit the design. Thank you very much, Adidayo. Thank you very much, Oluwafemi. So today we'll be moving on to, we've done primary research yesterday, so we are moving on to secondary research. So secondary research, it involves gathering and analyzing existing data and information. Emphasis on existing data and information. So primary research was about looking for information yourself, going for interviews, doing surveys yourself. some of the data might not even exist before. But here, secondary research, we're talking about data that are already online, such as market research, competitor analysis, user review, like the ones on Google Play or App Store, and other sorts of information related to the product and the target audience. So in secondary research, you're not really putting in much work like the primary research. All you have to do is just go to where the information bank is and source it out. So it says online, or unlike primary research, which involves collecting data directly from users, secondary research involves analyzing data that has already been collected by others. One of the advantages of secondary research is that it is faster. It is much faster than primary research. In primary research, you still think of, okay, I need people that will fill my form. I need to interview this kind of people. I need to hear feedback. I need to do this. I need to do that. But in secondary research, you don't have that kind of problem. You just have to go and search for it. But the disadvantages of secondary research is that you don't have connection with the user. Most of the information might not be deep. You don't have connections with your user. So, but you can also use it. It depends on the kind of design that you're working on. So please, the next slide. So we've done the category for who conducts research. We've done that one. So we are moving on to types of data collected. So the two types of data collected are one, quantitative research and qualitative research. So now we are moving on to quantitative research. So I've not forgotten the protocol that we do. So does anybody wants to read the first sentence for me?
All right.
Okay, please go on.
Yeah, quantitative research. It involves collecting and analyzing numerical data, such as web analytics, to investigate an app's most commonly used features and other metrics through surveys or other standardized methods.
Yes, thank you. So it says it involves collecting and analyzing numeric data. That's where the emphasis is. Numerical data. That is anything that deals with numbers, that deals with counting, that deals with measuring, all these analytics. If there's this, if you're dealing with social media, there's this analytics that I used to check for say you are managing an account. So if you're an admin of an app of the account, you'll be able to see which post is getting more likes, how many followers are following you this week. This is the same kind of logic we are applying to this. So quantitative research deals with collecting and analyzing numerical data, such as web analytics, to investigate an app most commonly used features. So if you want to know which of the features has the highest clicks or is being downloaded the most, you can use a survey to measure the ones that has the highest. So it depends on any of the UI that you want to use. You might want to use where people are having pain points, or where the challenges that they face. Maybe if they want to check out, they can't check out, or if they want to pay, they can't pay. So this kind of research is good for it. So it says this type of research is used to measure user behavior and preference in a systematic way and to identify patterns and trends in the data. So if you've had the mindset that, okay, people used to get frustrated when they want to check out in an app, you have the mindset to work more on your own checkout features. So that's basically what quantitative research do. So the key points that you hold is that quantitative research focuses on data that can be gathered by counting or measuring, as simple as that. So let's move on to qualitative research. I hope everybody did quantitative and barbarism. This topic reminds me of that. Nobody did quantitative and barbarism. Nobody. Which primary school did you guys go? So you did quantitative and barbarism.
Of course, yes.
And so why is everybody not doing as if they did not? Easy,
I did not.
easy.
I
And
did it though.
primary school that
I
you
did
guys went.
not.
I
I
do
did.
not. What's the
Yeah,
name of what's the name of your primary school?
Christ Apostolic Church Primary School.
Uh, are you sure it's not
Mm.
Auntie Amokwe primary school?
No, 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 no. Then there is no quantitative and probabilism.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay, Trin, you did right. See, I can see it. That's great. So let's move. Let's go back to what we were saying. Qualitative research. It involves collecting and analyzing non-numerical data. Can you see that? Can you see the difference from quantitative and qualitative? So, just like quantitative reasoning that deals with mathematical and verbal reasoning that deals with words, this is the basic difference between quantitative and qualitative research. So qualitative research collects non-numerical data, typically through methods like interviews, focus group, and user testing. So through interview, qualitative research deals with knowing about users, knowing about their frustration, knowing about their behavior, knowing about their preferences, knowing how they want to navigate from one point to another. That's what qualitative research deals with. Just like Mr. David said yesterday, qualitative research will tell you that the menu bar or the hamburger icon at the right is easier for people to access. Those kind of things is a kind of research, but it's not a numerical factor, so it is qualitative. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. If there's any confusion, please let me know now. Okay, I guess there is not. So through interviews, through focus group, you can gain those kind of qualitative research. So it says this type of research is used to gain deeper insight into users' behavior, preferences, and to identify patterns and trends in user experience. Qualitative research offers a way to understand the underlying reason and motivation behind users' action and behavior and to explore user needs and expectations in more details. So since you know that, okay, putting a menu bar at the right makes it easier for users to access. So when next you want to make your own app, you want to put it at the right. Or say for example, there's an app and people are not downloading it. So when they do a qualitative research and interview, they found out that okay, the color scheme were not they were not accessible. Maybe they put a very light color together, maybe white and sky blue together. Just using this kind of color. We don't say sky blue in UI UX. So maybe they put white, all those bright colors together, and people cannot see it properly. So they stop downloading the app. It is qualitative research that will allow you to find that kind of insight and make you work on your own design. Key points. Qualitative research focuses more on data collected from observations. So they are not numerical, they are not mathematical. It's just from observation. Is what you feel from observing your users. That is what qualitative research is. So please, the next slide. So we're moving to more research methods. So number one, we have explore and experiment. An explore and experiment is divided into four. You have task analysis, analytics, A/B testing, card sorting. Then the second research method, we have planning and analysis, and we have research planning, analysis of finding, research repositories. I also want to let you know that from here, please listen attentively because there will be questions on it which I would send before the class end. So please listen attentively and get the meaning of each and don't be confused. So number one, task analysis. So who wants to read the first sentence? Princess. Yep. I just called you and you raised up your hand. Our mind isn't going.
So this is the process of breaking down a task to understand the steps involved, then designing a UI that will make the task easier for a user.
Okay, thank you very much. So this is the process of breaking down a task to understand the step involved, then designing a UI that will make the task easier for a user. So yeah, the process of breaking down a task for user to understand, yeah, shows empathy. That is putting yourself in a user's shoe. Okay, if I was known that we use this feature, how will I want it to? How will I understand it better? So this is what it's basically saying. For example, for an online booking system, a task analysis may involve figuring out how user will search for available dates and location. Select the best option, enter personal information, and pay for a ticket. So task analysis, we think of different features on the design, and we think of easier way that users will not meet with frustration and pain points. For example, maybe you want to order a food and the sign up page. So you think of, okay, this sign up page, is it something that they are used to? So that if people like what they are used to, so if you give them another thing entirely, they'll just be like, what is this? There'll be confusion, and that is one thing that we don't want in UI UX. No confusion. Make it as easy as possible. In fact, people that are not really used to mobile phones, say adults or something, should be able to understand and do your design. So okay, for the sign up page, you have to think of ways to make it easier. Like one of the important one of the following this step is when you write full name. It is good, but when you in the box, you now write enter your name. That will make people understand that, okay, this is the box that I need to fill in my name, and the process makes it easy for users to understand. So task analysis can help UX designers to create a user journey map, which shows all of the steps involved in reaching a goal. So a user journey map is the areas in your design that a user will walk through in reaching a goal. Maybe let me use the online booking system. Maybe you want to book for a plane. The step that you take from the sign up page to a congratulatory message that says your plane has been booked. So those steps would be on the journey map. So you have to think of what the user is thinking at that point from the sign up page to maybe filling personal information and putting down their bank account details, searching for locations, searching for appropriate time and dates to book and stuff like that. You have to think of what they might be thinking at that process. So if you do that kind of map journey, you will know if the journey is too long or too short. So you'll be able to understand that, okay, probably this step is too long for the users. They might get tired and stop midway. So you'll be able to prepare a design that will be best for your users. So this is why task analysis is very important. So the next slide, sir. Then we have analytics. Durosimi, please kindly read the first sentence.
All right. Analytics. It involves gathering data on user behavior, then using that data to understand how they are interacting with your UI, their pain point, and how you can improve it.
Okay. So it's analytics. So it involves gathering data on user behavior, then using the data to understand how they are interacting with your UI. So let me use the explanation I made the previous. So if your screens, we call it screens, like when you navigate from sign up to dashboard, from dashboard to profile, all those things, screens. So when your screen or the journey is too long, and you find out that your users are dropping, they are not fulfilling the goal, they are not completing the task, you'll be able to understand. Excuse me, please. Yes, I'm back. Yes, I was talking about screens. So if the screens is too long, you'll be able to understand that, okay, this is where the problem is. And based on analytics, you'll be able to understand that, okay, many people are dropping off because the screens are too long and they can't fulfill the task because it's becoming too tedious for them to continue. Does anybody want to read the second sentence for me, please? Okay, please, Princess.
For example, analytics data may show that users are dropping off at a certain point in a checkout process, which could indicate a problem that needs to be.
Thank you. Continue, please. Continue.
Okay. Some common metrics that can be tracked through analytics include things like download rates by analyzing this. Sorry. Some common metrics that can be tracked through analytics include things like download rates. By analyzing this, designers can identify areas of a product that may be causing frustration or confusion for users and work to improve those areas. In
Thank you.
addition, okay.
No, continue, please.
Okay. In addition, analytics can also be used to track the success of design changes over time.
Okay. So, like I said, if you can use analytics to check out where people are having problems, where the frustration, we call those frustration or problems, we call them pain points in UI UX. So you can be able to find out where people are having frustration. In fact, from the reviews, you'll be seeing, I can't do this, I can't withdraw, my bank app is having problems. So those kind of things, this analytics, we enable the designers to work on the place that the users are having problems. But also, analysis can also be used to track the success of design changes over time. So when you will see the most the features that people are using the most, maybe for YouTube music now, okay, you see the kind of features, maybe it's the download that people are using the most, or just library or something like that. So analytics can also be used to track the success of a design change over time. Next slide, please, sir. Then also we have A/B testing. It involves testing two different versions of a UI to see which one performs better. For example, you might test two different versions of a landing page to see which one gets more clicks, or two different colors for a call to action button to see which one gets more conversions. We call it the clicks and conversion is like the one that users relate the most. So A/B testing is using two colors. Before, I'm very sure before people start agreeing to use red color for delete, is because they've noticed over time that, okay, people relate red to danger or something that they don't want. So when they see red, they click okay, yes, they want to delete. Or when they see red, they will be alerted to a warning. So A/B testing, that's its areas. So you can, in UI, you can test which one that users will relate to, which of your design that users can relate to, enable to get conversions, get more clicks, more download rates, and stuff like that. So by testing different variation of design elements, designers can determine which one is more effective at achieving specific goals. The next slide, please, sir. Sir. Thank you, sir. So we have card sorting. this is still under explore and experiment. So card sorting, it is a research method that involves having users sort and organize different UI elements into categories. Okay, for example, say a fintech app. We all know a fintech app, financial technological app. So in a fintech app, we used to have a dashboard, transaction settings, and say wallet. So who can tell me the things that should be seen in a dashboard? So this is what we call card sorting. What are the things that should be on the dashboard page? I need answers, please.
Okay. I just want to. One of them could be maybe homepage. Then the profile, my profile, something like my profile.
Okay.
Something like about the company or about the.
No, you're talking about an
or
app now. You're talking about
an-
an app, like a mobile app.
Can you be specific about the mobile app? Like, what is it doing?
No,
Is
a
it
fintech, a fintech mobile app like Kuda,
okay? Yeah,
okay.
you
So
might
what
have
are the things
your
that will be on the dashboard? Just mention one.
transfer, yeah, transaction like transfer. Then your homepage will probably have your account details,
Yes, account
the amount
details.
you have at the
Good account,
moment.
the amount you the account
Then
balance.
for the account balance, exactly. Then
Mm-hmm.
the transactions like receiving money, transferring money,
Okay.
using paying bills like PHCN and all these other bills like that. Then I think another one would be loan. I think most apps now they have loans.
So we're talking about the dashboard alone. What are the things that you see on that? Thank you for your answers.
Yeah, thank you.
Kowe, is that right? Did I Kowe or Kowe? What's the pronunciation? Your hands are raised.
It's supposed to be Alakowi.
Okay, Alakowe.
So
Are you
if
there?
Alakowi, if you want to say something, I will want you to just turn on your camera and let me see your type. So I guess in Yoruba, that's what they call Alakowi. You know, all those people that deals with white collar job.
Oh yeah.
So turn on
Nice.
your
Actually, the Alako. Can you see me?
Okay.
Yes,
Are you putting on shoe?
Shoe?
Yeah, as Alakowi now.
No.
Yes,
It's
with
different from
the
that.
nerd glasses, I can see the Alakowe.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, for a fintech app, just like the last speaker said, you have your profile,
Okay.
your balance,
Okay.
your account balance. Then for certain fintech app, you can have your image, your profile image.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, for some others, you can have some other transaction that you can actually quick transaction that you can do on the fintech app.
Okay,
Like maybe
transaction
when
history.
transaction history, then other things that you can actually do on the fintech app can be listed on
Okay.
the home page.
So Durosimi, you raised your hand a moment ago.
Yes.
Thank
What I
you
want
very
to
much,
talk about
Alakowe.
is the statistical analysis of the transactions, and I think Alakowe have mentioned that.
Okay, boy. Okay, I mentioned another one. I mentioned settings. So what are the things that will be in settings?
Wow, settings. I can't think of any for now.
Okay. Anybody wants to help a friend? Call a friend. No, wait. Durosimi, call a friend so that the person can bail you out. Hello, are you there?
I'm here.
Hello?
Yes,
I'm here.
I said I've given you the permission to call a friend, so the person can bail you out.
Let me just try or make a guess or something. What can be in the setting of a fintech app? It's like something like resetting your PIN, like your password.
Okay.
When you want to reset
Yes,
your
change
password.
password.
Yes. Other things that can be there is like something you want to share the app. Maybe you want to share the link to the app to someone, or
Yeah,
you want
want to
to,
refer someone to the
yeah.
app too. Good, 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 good. So Alako, you want to say something again? I guess not.
Hello.
Okay,
I think you already mentioned that.
okay, okay. So Kolade, you were raising your hand too.
Yeah, I was trying to say sometimes you could upload your picture if you want to
Upload
change the
picture,
picture you
yes.
have.
Profile settings.
Still, you could do that. That's just what I would say.
Okay. So Princess, you raised your hand. I guess she's not there. So okay.
No, it's like we were talking about the dashboard. So they already said most of the things I wanted to say at the earlier
Okay,
stage.
okay. Talk about transaction then. What will be on the transaction?
Okay, the bank you want to the transactions, it depends, Sha. Sometimes it's all the transactions that you've made, and
Mm,
then if you want to pay a bill, like if you want to pay a bill, like maybe DSTV or other things, if you want to buy airtime or if you want to send money to an account.
mm. But you're not mentioning the most important part. There'll be the transfer or deposit icon.
Yes, yes, transfer or deposit account.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
very much. Thank you to everybody that answered. So that is exactly what card sorting is. So assuming you want to design an app, and sometimes you might just go and list the features out to people and see how they will arrange it. Some people might want their profile not on the dashboard but in their settings. So with this kind of thing, you'll be able to understand users more. So, for example, a news website might conduct a card sorting exercise to determine how users think about and categorize news topics. They could present users with a set of cards containing news articles and ask them to group the articles into categories, just like we did. Once the cards are sorted, designers can use this information to create more user-friendly navigation structure, labels, and categories. Through card sourcing, designers can gain a deeper understanding of how users think about and organize information. So, assuming I'm a kind of person that wants my profile to be in the settings, I'll go to settings and start looking for it because have programmed my mind for setting for profile to be in settings. But if probably when they want to design the app, they've given me the choice for card sorting. I would have asked them, I would have sorted my profile into settings. And probably there might be other people that would think like me and put their profile into settings too. And that will make them design something related to that. So that is what card sorting is about. Next slide, sir. So research planning, research planning. This is Colady, do you mind reading the first sentence first, please?
Okay, it is a critical step in the planning and analysis process. It involves outlining the research questions and identifying the appropriate research used to address them. Should I
Yes, thank
continue?
you. No, that's fine. Thank you very much. So when you are planning or when you are planning for research planning, you have to outline the research questions. For if you wants to do an interview or a survey, of course you have to outline your questions. So it involves outlining the research questions and identifying the appropriate research methodology and tools to address them. So you know that the kind of questions that you ask in an interview is different from the kind of questions that you ask in a survey. We all agree that for an interview, you use open-ended questions that will make people explain themselves better. But for survey, it doesn't have to be open-ended. You can people for like the form we did yesterday. People don't want to talk much when they are filling forms. You just want something with a multiple choice questions. So when you outline the questions that you want to give, you have to think of the methodology that you use for that particular research. For example, a study that seeks to understand how a particular UI feature affects user engagement might use a combination of survey data and user analytics. Research planning can involve a variety of activities, including defining research goals. Okay, maybe you want to design, you have to define your goal, like what you want to achieve, in the research. What are you looking at for? So before conducting any research, designers must identify the goals and objectives you want for that research. You have to determine what you hope to learn from the people that you are either interviewing or the people that you give the survey to. So the next one is identifying research methods. So you've picked out questions, then you look at the questions and see which one you are going to align with. Is it primary research? Is it secondary research? So then creating a research plan. If you want to create research, we talk about budget yesterday. That interview, when you want to interview is actually expensive because well, it determines the kind of interview. But if you are doing like interview people, you have to bring them. People will not come to your interview except you give them maybe something, an incentive. Because why would someone ask you that, oh yeah, princess, come and do an interview for this app? You will say you do not have time. But if they tell you, okay, we're going to give you a voucher or something, so those kind of things makes interview expensive. But even if it's a survey that you want to conduct, even if it's a questionnaire, you have to print, and that one self is costly. So you have to, based on your budget, you align your research you align your research method to what is in your budget. Then creating a plan and recruiting participants. Creating a research plan, recruiting participants, conducting the research, analyzing the data. So when you recruit the participants, you conduct the research that you've already had in mind. And then from the research, you get feedbacks that you use to analyze the data. Next slide, sir. Then we have analysis of findings. It involves reviewing the data collected through research to uncover insights and patterns. Depending on the research methodology, this might involve quantitative analysis, such as running a statistical test or survey data, or qualitative analysis, such as coding and categorizing open-ended survey responses. The aim of analysis is to identify patterns and trends that can inform UI/UX decision. So from the data, the feedbacks you've collected through probably quantitative research or qualitative research, then you compound them, put them in a pattern, and from your own pattern that you've set, you have to look at it deeper and find out, okay, how can I improve on this particular problem? Say you did findings and you've found that you've collected feedbacks from major people, maybe like at least 4 people had problems paying for the product, and 5 people have problems navigating from checkout button to home page again. So those kind of things, you just put them in a box and say, okay, navigation problem, checkout problem. So this kind of things, you allow the designer to know what they would improve on and make their UI better. So next slide, sir. Then so please go back a little bit. A bit too. Go back a little bit, sir. Okay, I forgot to mention at the 11th slide, after card sorting, that we've moved from explore and experiment. I hope people are seeing the slide.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, so you can see that it's moved from explore and experiment to planning and analysis. So from planning analysis, we have research planning. That's why we talked about all those divine research goals, blah 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 blah. Then the next one is analysis of findings. So the second one was the analysis of findings, and the last one is research repositories. Please do as the chat box says. List out your names, everyone, for an attendance. You can do that as the lesson and the class is progressing. Okay, good. So for the last one, we have research repositories. Repositories. They are a collection of data and analysis from past research studies that can inform current and future design decision. So I've said it before and I'll say it again. People like to work on apps that um people like to see something that they've seen before. Like they don't want something aside from what they've been seeing before. Say you want to create a fintech app and you want to do it. If you check all those apps, Eversend, Cheaper Cash, all those apps, they usually have the same navigation. It is in the dashboard that you always see account balance. It is in the dashboard that you always see transaction history. They'll make it similar a bit so that you will not be confused. So that is research repositories. You have to take analysis from past research. There's a Yoruba adage that says, "Ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣe bó ṣe ṣe kó lè bá rí bó ṣe rí." So that's what research repositories is. You have to do it as they are doing, not like you copy their strategy, no, but there are some ideas that should be in place. Dashboard must be the first thing a user see when they enter through login. So you don't put settings there, don't put wallets there. It must be dashboard. So from past research, we've seen that okay, dashboard will be the first thing they see. So you have to do it like that. So these repositories might include internal user research data, industry reports, or third-party research studies. A research repositories might be consulted when designing a new UI feature, for example, to understand how similar features have performed in the past. So it is also used to gauge how, okay, for example, you've checked how Cheaper Cash did their own, and it's good. Everybody likes Cheaper Cash. So you have to look at their template and say, okay, how did they do theirs that make their download rates so high? So that kind of thing is what we call research repositories. So I hope you understand today's class, and if there are questions, please let me know now as I paste the daily challenge in the chat box. And I'm also going to do it on WhatsApp. Okay, I'm going to do it on WhatsApp right now. Does anybody have a question? So please go ahead. Anybody?
Hello?
Yes, please.
Thank you very much. I have a question.
Okay.
Can one do when you do your research and then you find out something, because people behavior changes, and so in the process of doing your research you now find something different, you quickly identify a shift in the behavior, in user behavior, and you try to bring in something new that is different from what has been in existence before. That you have done. You don't want to follow the regular pattern, because you have identified from your research that okay, this is the shift that will likely happen in the long run, although it's still very, very eating now, but you've quickly spotted that. Can you, based on your research in your design?
Wait, I don't think I understand the question properly. You said that you observe that you don't want to use the same ideologies that the past designs
Quickly, yes, exactly. So you identified something, you quickly identified that, okay, this is where it's going to happen. Like you're trying to be futuristic, but you quickly see
okay.
yes.
So you design. So this is where usability studies comes in. We're not going to be doing it in today's class, but let me just briefly explain usability study. So usability study is when you design, okay, you've thought about it and you see like, okay, this is the future, this is tomorrow. Let me design something like this. Okay, you design it, but first you have to test it with other people. It could be people in the company, it could be people outside. You have to test it. You have to see how they engage with the design. If after thorough research, after thorough testing, and you see that people do not read, they find problem with it, you have to keep iterating on it until there's a balance between new and the old. So it's not really easy to really change people's way. So you have to find a balance before you just change everything. Do you understand what I'm saying? Already, I thought you want to say something.
No, it's clear. It's clear now. It's clear.
Okay.
You.
So anybody else? Anybody else? Any question? Okay, please go on, Catherine. Catherine, please go on. Is she there? Okay, while we wait for Catherine to talk, Mr. David, sir, do you want to add something to it?
Hello?
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, my question is on the AOB testing. Like when you came on the AOB testing, you were like involved testing 2 different versions of a landing page. Okay. So I was like, does it mean that if this should be a research, okay, does it mean it should be an existing product already, or probably subsequent research must have been carried out to know the user's needs, and then the design might have been done before maybe getting to a stage where you've had like 2 different landing page. So that is where this A or B testing cannot be carried out.
Yes.
Because from the explanation here, okay.
Yes, that is where A or B can be carried out. You've already had a design set in place, and you are thinking of, okay, which one does the user will relate with better? Or what are the things that will this allow us to have a higher download rate or more metrics and stuff? So that one is for a particular design, and the A/B testing can be done through a usability test too. But that one is not for today's topic. So, Mr. Davis, do you want to add? Mr. David.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I guess all our questions has been sorted. All our questions has been sorted. Yeah. And I have a quick announcement because of our time. Tomorrow will be a discussion time where we'll be having a one-on-one session with ourselves, and then we have some other good, very, very good things to train on. Yes, tomorrow. But I want us to quickly do something right from today. There is one thing I want to tell you guys and this has really helped a lot of tech guys in the industry. And the thing is being known to the world. There is no how you are going to know something and then you keep it and then expect somebody to know that you know it. They will know because they are not it. So what I'm trying to emphasize on is that everything you learn, every step you take in this boot camp, you can be putting it on social media or any medium you use. Remember, WhatsApp is not social media. WhatsApp is a messaging app. So it's not a social media. So if you're very conversant with Facebook, why don't you write some things, put some little bit pictures that you grab and then put it on your social media. But make sure you tag HackCity. You can probably tag me or tag Eniola, tag Damilola or whoever comes across your way. Just tag any of the team members, but make sure number one, tag HackCity and then post it. This will give you another niche in the industry because they know that you're coming from somewhere. You don't just emerge as a guru one day. They will be able to trace your track record and know, okay, this guy started a training here, this guy has done something like this guy has done something like this. It's very, very important. Primarily, I would suggest you do LinkedIn because this has been proven to be a professional social media platform. But if you're conversant with Twitter, you can go ahead. We are there. I'm somehow curious now because some people are very good with TikTok. Well, you can also do that, but make sure you pull out to save and let people know that yes, you're learning something, you're gaining something, and then you know something. So right from today, I'll be watching. I'll be on the know to see what you'll be putting on your social media platforms. You can tag me also at Duale David on LinkedIn. You can just add iSpin CSM. Aduale David in all my profiles. You can see HackCity. You can just check hackcity.tech. That's our landing page website. Scroll down, you see all our social media handles, including GitHub. Yeah. So you can see everything. Just make sure you tag us, and then it will really go a long way for you. Primarily for you, not for us, for you. So tell us how you feel in the bootcamp. Tell us what you've learned. Tell the world, not even us, tell the world what you've learned so far. And then it's giving you another niche. And I'm very sure a lot of you might be saying, I'm not a content creator, I'm not this and that, but you might not know if that will be a very good niche for you in another field. Thank you. And then thank you, Ms. Eniola, for the great insight so far. We really learned a lot. Yeah. I think I should be having some reaction actually. Well, nevertheless, we still continue. Okay. So yeah, I think yeah. So okay, thank you and thank you very much. So she has posted the challenge, the day 2 challenge. So you have to fill this up and then submit also the same time tomorrow on the meeting. So if
Wait,
you have any,
what's the challenge?
you can go to your WhatsApp to check it.
Okay.
Okay. So you can check it on your WhatsApp. It's right there. Let me see if I have it here. Slide 14. Yeah. Oops. It's just a link here. So you can actually check your WhatsApp and then you will see it right there, sitting there waiting for you. Do you have any other question before we call it a day? Any question? Mr. Niola, do you want to say anything?
No, sir. Just want to thank everybody for coming to the class.
All right. All right. And remember, tomorrow it's 10 a.m. Nigeria time. So please make sure you come earlier. I waited 5 minutes before I start talking today. At 5 minutes already, I was supposed to close 12:05 today because I wasted 5 minutes waiting for you guys. Tomorrow might not be the same. Yeah. And some of you, please try to improve in your network. If sitting on the roof of your building will give you a better network, please take a ladder. I'm just joking. Take a ladder. So if sitting sitting somewhere like where I was living in a place, and then I discovered when I relax on my freezer, I get a very good network. So if I'm having some meeting, I have to go and sit down at the freezer to get to get network there. So it's just a joke actually. So please make sure you connected with your system. By the time we start doing some UIs and some research using some tools, it will be very, very important for you to connect with your system and then follow up. We'll be having some sections that you won't want to miss. So that is that. Thank you very much and see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.